Welcome workouters to your 4th week of your beginner's workout. And my sister just reminded me that one-legged bending forwards might be a little bit too difficult for beginners. Sisters are always honest. So if this one-leg balance pose is too difficult for you, you can do the same standing on both feet, and you then just bend over, bending from your hip. But if you can get onto one leg, we're starting with the right leg on the floor, and then try to lift your leg left behind you off the ground. And if you want to, you can point your foot or not, and have your upper body come forward if you can, in a line with the left leg, which is balancing up and down like a seesaw. You're doing fantastic. Very good. And here's the other leg, so same challenge, but now your left leg is standing on the floor. Again, if balancing on one leg while your upper body and the other leg is moving is too difficult for you, just keep it slow, do it on the two legs. The most important thing in this workout is that we get our body moving, that we start to get the heart rate up and running, that we start to get warmed up, our muscles pumped up with blood, with oxygen, with nutrients, all the good stuff, so we can start our workout. So if you do it on one leg or two, I don't care. We want to warm up our hamstrings, and we do want to tone our back a little. So make sure your back is straight in a nice long line from the top of your head to the base of your sacrum. And you're all set, and you didn't fall down, I hope. Or you did fall and you caught yourself, and you did stand up, of course, as always. So here we go, stretching the hamstrings and warming up our quadriceps, our thighs, a little bit more. So you can stand hip width apart, toes slightly turned outwards, full foot on the floor, so no knees bending in or out. Knees go in the direction of your second and third toe at any time. Keep your knees inside at any time. So now bend from your knees, bend your hips backwards. You can sit down all the way down onto your heels if you can without lifting your heels off the floor. Then get your chest up. You might want to look forward if you can, or you can also just look to the ground the whole time. I do actually prefer looking down the whole time to remind me that I want to elongate, have a long neck, and especially relaxed neck. So have your head really hang down just for this time. And here we go. So this is the workout that is the finale of the 4 weeks that we have been doing this together. So we're doing a new workout every week, and this is the 4th and the most challenging, I think. So we're doing these warrior poses as a side lunge, and we're stepping back together in the middle, feet parallel, and then feet slightly turned out when you step outside. So the knee and the toes are pointing outside so you don't hurt yourself. So always make sure that you do whatever you can. If you're just bending your knees a little, I don't care. And if these arms are too difficult for you, what you can also do is you just keep your arms in your hips. That looks really snazzy and nice. But if you want to, you can do these warrior arms to the sides. You're doing great. So I was promising a little challenge. Here it is. So if you can't do this, then don't do it. We're doing mountain climbers for 45 seconds. Alternatives are staying in plank pose with your hands below your shoulders and just keeping a nice straight long line from your heels to the top of your head, And if you can't do the plank on your hands because your wrists are hurting, then you can come down on your lower arms like a sphinx, with your lower arms, your elbows and your hands parallel, with your hands pointing forward, and then just stay there. If you do want a little bit of a challenge, you don't need to hop forward in mountain climbers. You can also step forward one foot at a time and putting it down on the ground. Here we go. You already did it. Cool. Now, another challenge for your wrists. Again, you don't need to do that if you can't. If you want to, get your hands underneath your shoulders, fingers pointing towards your feet, and then manage to bring your hips up in a nice long straight line from the tip of your toes to the top of your head. And then this leg lifting is your ultimate challenge. You don't need to lift that high. You can just put the leg up a little tiny bit, just lifting the heel off the ground if you can. If they don't lift, don't worry, then just keep the feet safely on the ground. If having your hands down for 45 seconds like this and your wrists are hurting, then just pause and relax. Here we go. Now your wrists can relax and also your shoulders. You can lie down on your back, having your knees bent. We're starting with the right leg up. Right leg is pointing towards ceiling, sky, whatever is on top of you, over you. And then push into the whole of your left foot. So the whole foot is on the ground, not just the heels, not just the toes, the whole foot on the ground. Very good. And now your toes are pulling towards ceiling, sky, whatever there is. And if you want a little bit of a challenge, then don't put your hips down like I'm doing. Just keep them up. Don't put them down. Whatever you want to imagine. The floor is burning, it's hot, whatever. Don't put it down if you can. And breathe. Very good. Here we go on the other side. If you need a bit of a break, there's always 10 seconds before the new exercise starts. And that was 10 seconds. So now your left leg is pulling towards the ceiling and your right foot, the whole of your right foot, so heel, foot, everything is pushing into the ground. You want to make sure that your knee is there in a 45-degree angle when you're in the top position, in the up position, not in the down position, in the up position, and that you can move freely from that leg. So if your foot is too close to your hips, move it a little bit further away, and if the exercise is too difficult, get your foot a little bit closer to your hips. That makes it easier. Oh my God, we're already there. You did it. And now we have 4 little stretches, each 20 seconds, starting with a big lunge with your left leg back and your right leg forward, or whatever leg you prefer. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. The back leg is straight, but you can also put your knee down if you have a bit of padding. Make sure that the front leg has a big angle, 90 degrees, so the knee is on top of the foot. Great. Stay in that position, and now you want to turn towards that bent knee. Turn towards the forward knee. So you're having a little bit of a twist towards the leg which is in front. I'm just saying because there might be some misunderstandings and then you're turning the other way. So make sure you're turning towards the knee, which is in front. You can have your hand on the ground, you can have your hand on the bent knee, you can have your elbow down, whatever your flexibility level is. And then you can step backwards and now change legs. So the left leg in this case is forward and the right leg is behind. We're stretching the hip flexors, the psoas, which is a very nice hip opening exercise. The back leg is straight, or you can put the knee down if you have a bit of a padding, and make sure that you relax your head, relax your shoulders. This should really be some nice little relaxation. And then last stretch, you turn your arm toward the sky, ceiling, whatever there is. And so you're twisting towards the bent knee. Make sure that your other arm has a little bit of a hold, so you can either touch the floor or you can touch your knee, you can rest on your knee, whatever feels comfortable. If you need to bring like a block or a chair or whatever is helpful, do it. And here we go. That's it. Thank you very much for working out. I hope you followed through all these 4 workouts, mix and match them as much as you want, and I hope to see you all next year. Happy New Year, everyone. Bye.
so tense.